Chapter 5, Molecules and Compounds. Sugar and salt. These are compounds that may have been involved in your breakfast this morning. Ordinary table sugar is a compound called sucrose. And here is an illustration of a sucrose molecule. It has carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms in it. But the properties of sucrose are very different from the properties of the carbon, the hydrogen, and the oxygen themselves. Hydrogen and oxygen are both gases at room temperature. Sugar is not a gas at room temperature. Although if it was, then we could breathe it in, right? Carbon is a black substance. If you're writing with a pencil, what you've got in your pencil lead is a form of carbon called graphite. Does it taste sweet like sugar? No. Sugar is sweet and it's white and carbon is black. They are not at all the same. Here are the components of salt, sodium chloride. This is sodium metal, very reactive with water. I've heard stories of, immature high school students when the teacher's not looking, grabbing the sodium and throwing it in the sink full of water just to see what happens and blowing up the lab. We don't have sodium laying around, so you can't do that. This is chlorine. It's a yellowish gas. It's very toxic. Neither of these things would be good to eat. And true, you don't want to eat too much sodium chloride, but if you don't get any sodium chloride, you'll die too. When those combine together, they make table salt. The properties of the compound are very different from the properties of the element.